Um, First of all, I just want to say thank you, God. Um, I know what I'm gonna go through is gonna be horrible, but I just want to say thank you, God, because as a target individual, as horrible as our life is, you get to experience what being a bottom feeder is, in the sense of what you're seeing with these people involved, these perps that are just the bottom feeders. They are just trash in a sense of what they're capable of being involved in, how stupid they have to make themselves be, for the sole purpose of just making you accept something that's obviously falsified in illogical and obviously manipulations. But because they try to create this like bubble of false reality, they're gonna act accordingly. They're gonna act in ways that is gonna try to make you believe that this is reality, it's true, right? So they're gonna do whatever they need to do. That's their job. Whatever emotions they have to have, tonality they need to have, diversion they need to experience, they need to create. That's what they do. Because at the end of the day, they want you to identify with obvious manipulations and the things that they have to counter, the reality of what they have to block out, the reality of what they're part of, and how they try to trick themselves. The way they, the trickery, the mind trickery of self to try to block out what they're part of is something that you can't even imagine. I'm just thankful that I was not them, in the sense that I will have to trick myself that I'm not in this program that does these obvious things. So obvious that the testimonials are so similar, so systematic. The tortures, you hear the horribleness and how foul and horrible this program that I'm part of, what it's doing to people, including children, and I'm supposed to block that out. I'm supposed to find a way to tell myself something. I'm supposed to just be find a way to just make it seem like it's just the trickery, the mind, the self trickery that I have to create to make myself believe that to make it forgetful of the reality I'm what I'm part of, to try to play this gimmicky kind of reality, to create this bubble, this the delusionality I have to make myself believe I'm a rational person, and I have to make myself this childlike minded person. And some of my colleagues are actually children, which perhaps for them is even better for them. It's easier for them to get into that retardation. I'm just thankful for that, because there's no way you can escape reality. And try to not use whatever horrible torture can this man or this person can go through as if it's going to block out the reality. I'm just thankful. And so I'm thankful for that, because I always, as they try to go into that loop of just the things they do to me, I go back to the testimonials. I'm like, these testimonials are such a like deadly testimonial, in the sense that it's just like 100% validation that you can't even understand. Those people who are testifying, saying the same thing I'm saying, have nothing to do with me. Nothing. Nothing. Just random, and just happen to say exactly the same thing I'm saying. Like literally. It's just like, and so these people, these perps, what can they do at this point? The reality is out. People have said what they experience is exactly what I'm experiencing. You're saying that you're not doing anything. You who seems to have been utilizing the same tactics for decades, for years, are somehow not doing this onto me. And who you've done it to, the horrible things you've done it to, have the tortures. Because sometimes a lot of time what they're doing is like, oh, you abused, and they try to talk about me as a child. And the stupid thing of a child, I just saw like there was this like food review of like 8th graders. You see these like little boys, and and can you imagine? You're like, oh, what you did when you were like 8th grade, like that, like when they're in a program that is torturing kids sexually and even mocking. When the woman is testifying about how these kids react to the sexual torture, saying ouch, and they're like, ouch. And like, we are severe. Trash. Human low life trash. trash, beyond trash. It's so nasty. And the memory manipulation, even that has been said by somebody else, where he's like saying that he the way he thinks is happening to him is via waves. They are implanting information into his brain or his memories or something, and then pull that out information as if it was in his memory. That's the things I've been talking. I've been saying these things for 3 years. Like they manipulate my memories. Like they making me experience things I didn't experience my memories, and they use those false memories as validations, wanting you to accept this false memory. Oh, remember how you felt? And give me this stimulation. Oh, but when you saw the picture of this person's children when you were like in high school, something like that. Remember that feeling you got? And give me that stimulation. They say we mad dead. So, to hear these people try to use fear tactics on the obviousness of what they do is pathetic. And then to try to escape the reality of what this BuzzFeed has exposed these entities to have a problem with, that in actuality, those CIA, DOD, intelligence community entities happen to have a lot of pedophiles. And they are letting pedophiles get in those agencies, and not even not even just low level, like positions, high level position. A product manager at DARPA caught child porn on his computer, work computer. Like at what level? How is like every ways there's indication from some entities, maybe God himself, that you, please, listen to this. Look how childlike they have to be. Do you think they don't see the reality of things? That's their job. They call it war because they have to dumb themselves down. And they like tell them they're going to win. Of course, you go, what is this? This is a governmental entity, I guess a civilian who can't do nothing about anything. I'm just a human subject. It's like somebody who's looking at a guinea pig is like, oh, well, we're going to win. You look at this person, it's like, okay. And then when I'm putting things in perspective, like, oh, you're gonna scream. It's like, yes, I'll scream because I'll be in pain. But you also make a 7-year-old kid with autism scream. One thing is, they're fair in the sense that the torture and torment isn't applied to even infants. So they don't discriminate. They're trash. And wanting you to accept these disturbing things is just fun. You know, I had a dream. They controlled my dreams, right? Dreams are also, like, this technology is obviously sophisticated. I'm a TI, I'm a target individual. And as a human subject, they implement this very sophisticated technology onto us. One thing you're going to hear is a lot of, like, modulated dreams are implemented on target individuals. They have full control of your brain. And obviously, we are just guinea pigs. Human subjects who are guinea pigs, but what they do onto us is not for the good. Well, they're using this technology as a weapon on us, right? They're utilizing in a way to break you down. It's a way to slowly kill you, break you down, and destroy you in every way. So we are guinea pigs for a weapon, not for something of good. Now, in the future, I'm sure there'll be way used in a beneficial way. But at this point, we're just guinea pigs for weapons. That can definitely be something positive, but onto us, target individuals, we're just human subjects, and the things that's happening to us is negative. So with dreams and things like that, they can modulate. Your brain completely is overlaid with whatever they want. Dreams, they make me have dreams, and you know, they'll talk about how they're excited I'm going to be raped and tortured, because listen, they keep telling me, which I do believe, that they will frame me. It's like, do you believe that a butterfly flies? Yes, they're trash. Like, what if rape? That's all they be doing about brain. They're trying to make me identify to something that's falsified. But these people know when you're going to frame, but they want to lock in this trigger, their own self-mind trigger, by thinking that the torture is going to make them feel more validated. Oh, I'm gonna have a tattoo on my forehead saying pedophile. So that means you are. This is okay. You see, you prove that you don't do the pedophilia type of torture. You're gonna be screaming and then you're gonna die slowly, rotting away. Okay. You who torture women and children gonna make me die a horrible death. Do you understand? These people just caused a mass shooting in Maine that killed 18 people. Guess what? What pushed this man to lose his mind? Oh yeah, they were saying via V2K, calling him a pedophile. This man didn't even last. How many? I think the first time he started hearing these things was a year ago, or less than a year, maybe 8-9 months, whatever. Summer he was somewhere in some psychiatric place, psych ward. October he kills 18 people. Top 10 largest mass shooting in this country. Typical symptom of a target individual. Sounds exactly like somebody else. In a few years ago, 2014 or so, 10 years ago or so, mass shooter, Navy Yard, killed 12 people, saying the same things. He actually wrote a letter. The reason why I did this is because I'm being manipulated, tortured, and tormented, and controlled. And so that's why I did what I did. Killed the 12 people. So I'm just thankful that as fun as these people think this thing is, it's just so trashy. It's weak. The weaker you are, the easier it is to join this program. This is now a place where the smartest, the strongest, the mentally strong people are going. No. The more childlike you are, the better. And they make it clear they like to. They actually even the childlike people make themselves even more childlike, more childish. Even the way they talk. And to me, that's why I start individuals start saying this in this biblical way. Because there's no way you can now look at this and be feeling dignified. Yes, the torture, the horribleness is horrible. But that's dignified. It's dignified that this low life, look how low you have to be. You can't even make yourself fierce. They try to be like, oh, we are severe, we're making you pay for what you did as a kid. You're like, you listen to the horrible suffocation and sexual torture they do to children. Then no, we mapped their brains. Like, listen, you do the pedophilia type of torture. You even manipulate memories. I know this is falsified memories. I've been saying that for 3 years ago. I'm not going to, and I know with time, the longer they play with this memory, it's like the memory is just more grasped in. It's like just more, like it becomes more of a memory that you think is real. So initially, like, this is a false memory, this is a false memory. Now it's like, is this a false memory? Because with time, it just like sticks in and becomes like a memory that you like, feels like it is more real. But guess what? Memory manipulation is such a thing that's coming soon that in 2016, 3 doctors wrote this ethic journal saying memory manipulation, yesterday's fiction, today's reality. What we should do. Memories is like a wax impression. It can be manipulated. It can be changed. Guess what? Entities like DARPA is working on a brain initiative. And to counter what I just said, tell me how I'm gonna scream for the pain. Scream because of the pain. To counter what I just said. Can you imagine me or you, target individual, whoever, were them? When something is just so obvious, like, oh, you're gonna scream so bad. It's gonna be painful. The reason why I'm saying that, and I'm trying to the reason why I speak like that, is because I'm trying to change the subject. Because you made it clear that it's obviously memory manipulations being implemented, and the DARPA, which this intelligence agency that just they caught a pedophile there, a program manager, child porn on his computer. Or let me repeat that. In this BuzzFeed article, one of these people that was added into this like document that the intelligence community released was a program manager. Obviously, the stuff information is old information. They don't provide you new information. But one of the person they caught was a DARPA program manager. Program manager. There's 200 program managers at DARPA. These program managers are a big deal. Big deal. They're only child porn. Now, the information they provide are old information in the sense that it was requested 10 years ago. The information was released in 2021, basically 2022. The request was in 2012. 2012. So they waited 10 years to provide any information. And so if you wanted to know what's going on today, you get information in 10 years. So if you want to know what's going on in these agencies today, in 2023, in 2033, you'll get the information. It's trash. So when they release, guess who they caught? A program manager. And it doesn't even end there, because they try to block out this. But this 2016 supervisors of the intelligence said that the amount of child porn he was seeing in the computers of these government employees were just unbelievable. Now, me screaming, me being in pain, I don't want that. But can you imagine if I was trying to counter what I just said? Imagine my life right now was consisting of me trying to counter the fact that there's a problem with pedophilia in this intelligence community. Because I want this target individual to believe and subscribe to these manipulations. And because that looks like we actually have the pedophiles, we have the problem with the pedophilia. And on top of the fact that there's clear correlations and validation that there's this systematic tactics of utilizing pedophilia type of torture. Literally, somebody said that. And my job is try to counter that. And on top of that, try to make somebody subscribe to this manipulation that I'm part of. This program that manipulate people in these pedophilia ways. That's why I'm so thankful. And the fact that I know they torture children. I'm part of a program that literally tortured children sexually. And I'm supposed to block that out. They're like, oh, you'll cry. When I mimic those voices, when I speak this way, is how this sounding neighbor, I'm not actually sure if they're neighbors. With V2K, sometimes it sounds like they're your neighbors, but it can be somewhere else. So what you think are your neighbors could be people downstairs, but they come and try to interrupt you, to stop you from saying the things that are obvious, because the humiliation of reality. Matter of fact, right now there's actual neighbors in the hallways trying to make the noise campaigns, like try to make it seem like they don't do pedophilia type of torture. That these people are different. That this is their map. Look at this stupidity. You know how childlike they have to make themselves be. Do you understand how childlike you have to make yourself be? To try to interrupt me, because the humiliation of reality. Can you imagine these entities running these battlefields are filled with pedophiles? Then you understand that this pedophilia type of torture is utilized in this program. Matter of fact, the guy who ended up killing 18 people just 2-3 weeks ago was being called a pedophile via V2K. The validation is surreal. But this trash, who you don't respect, want you to be like, now what we're doing, we're mapping your brain. Stupidity. To try to convince you, no, it's you. You know, when you were a kid, you could have think like that. It's like, you see how your child porn being downloaded by the CIA agent by the thousand. You are here, we're mapping your brain to be like. Pfft. I'm thankful I never had to live that life. And on top of that, they know they torture children. For me, yesterday they were trying to create this fantasy over like, oh, we avenge. The truth is, if I was an aggressive individual and I had this avenging state of mind, things could have gone the way this match would. Maybe not to that level, but I'm saying I could look at them. It's like, you low life. not only do these horrible things to me, but you participate in a program that is destroying life of even babies, children, women. You manipulate people in these disgusting pedophilia ways. Those entities that contract you losers have a lot of pedos in these agencies. For all the blood you spilled, for all the women and children and men that you've destroyed their life in this program, I need to avenge for them. I'm going to do something to you. If I had that mentality, for the 3-week-old babies I heard that it was being tortured, the 3-year-old that you make fun of saying ouch, for the babies, for the women that you rape every day, for the pedophilia, no. But thank God, this trash, let them live this nasty life. They've been humiliated by reality. Trash is going to be trash. Let them be the trash that they are. Let them be at war with reality. And every time I'm listening to the things, let them be as retarded as they have to counter reality. I'm just thankful I never had to live this life. And the psyops, nasty. The humiliation that the CIA is out here trying to recruit woke. Being mocked by it. So who? Oh, the CIA is woke now. Fucking trash. And then the women literally say, there's a lot of females involved in this. What kind of, you're not even a woman. That's a direct quote from somebody. Who's a woman, who's a target individual. Which, matter of fact, she had a baby, they did the stimulation, manipulation, my parents all we mapped that. Target individual. I am thankful for a lot. In regard of that, I never had to live this low lifeness. But because of that, my suffering is going to be greater. I'm going to suffer much more than what I would have if I chose to maybe go somewhere and it will be a longer life but of sufferance, but not as intense. Here, it's going to be intense. It's going to be shorter. But I got to see everything I need to see. I've seen this trash for the trash that they are. They tried to create this deluded reality. It was embarrassing, it's humiliating even to them. Here, the mass shooting happened just not too far from me. I mean, Maine, New York is not that far. But to understand that this is in the same country, it's not like this is another mass shooting. If I was gone somewhere else, these things I will never hear of that. I will never. This BuzzFeed article, would I ever? Probably not. The test, I would not be in this 2020 TI day with women saying how they're being tortured, fried up. Trash. So to all my target individuals, I'm speak as much as I can until I can't. The day will come where I will not be able to speak. These people are just excited about my torture as if it's going to erase what they've been involved in. But they don't understand that you are never coming out of that. It's you. They like to say, no, it's you now, because the way I experience things is disturbing. It's you now, it's you. No. It's you now. That is not something you can ever erase. You have involved yourself in a program that manipulates the brain in disgusting ways, but also torture women and children and cause mass shooting, and you will forever be connected to that for the rest of your life. Forever. And I pray that you continue in this, might as well. Me, you have given me dignity. They even call me a saint because I'm saying things like this, like, oh, you're such a saint. No, I'm not a saint, but you are making me a saint. You are making me a saint just because you have gone so low and so disturbing, and you're part of this. Now, when I look at you, I'm like, thank God. Keep selling your children. Add to your dignity. My sufferance, I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with sorry. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to be screaming in pain. But man, Imagine if I was an able human being capable of doing whatever I want to, and I choose to be part of this. And as a part of this, that means I'm signing up to be part of a program that does this nastiness. And then I sell my children into that. And then on top of that, I'm trying to manipulate a man or a woman, who knows who's coming next, into believing something that is so falsified. And then the entities that give me this opportunity to be the God happens to have a bunch of pedophiles. And then on top, man, and it's just non-stop nastiness. And my satisfaction, oh, you're gonna scream, as if me screaming is gonna make them smile more or happier. Me screaming is not gonna make them scream more, be more in pain, or laugh even more. Nothing's gonna happen. The pain is gonna be mine. Their life is not gonna be changed by the more I scream or cry. So when they say that, is as if like, oh wow, the more I scream, the better your life is gonna be. You're a fucking retard. To all my target individuals, stay strong. Find yourself dignified, because you could be living life like them.